Hello to all my wonderful subscribers. This is your Master GongSun. Welcome to the first of my meditation series, the first video where I will go over proper ways to meditate. Now, first we have to discuss what meditation is. Contrary to popular belief, it is not about emptying your mind of all thoughts. It is not about clearing your mind completely. Instead, it is about focus. We are focusing on one particular thought because we want to stop our monkey brain from leaping to random thoughts, because this would really make your mind tired. Can you imagine thinking about the blue sky, and then to Pokemon, and then to the TV show Friends, and then to the government, and then to world affairs, right? Your mind will become exhausted. Think of it as tuning our frequency. So the radio waves have always been out there. And more specifically, I'm talking about our ability to perceive the other planes of existence, including the supernatural world. But since our mind is hopping and jumping around, it is not being controlled. And because of that, all the noise will reduce our sensitivity to supernatural phenomena. You can think of our monkey brain as, or our monkey mind rather, as a monkey that is hopping around in the jungle from tree to tree aimlessly. Meditation is about quieting the mind and reducing it to having just one focus. You can also think of it as the mind rather, being the horse and you being the driver. Without a driver, the horse would wander around aimlessly. It might go too fast or too slow. There is no purpose. But with the driver, we can make the mind become tame, and therefore we can control it. So meditation is about controlling the mind. Now we will do a brief 5-minute meditation. You can either close your eyes and just listen to the sound of my voice, or you may focus your eyes on my fulu, otherwise known as a Taoist talisman. This particular talisman calls on the sacred protective fires of the Tao. So this is a protective talisman. You can also tell it's protective because it is written on yellow paper. Yellow is usually for protection and spell casting. I did a whole quick 2 to 3 video series on talismans, so check that out on my channel if you're interested. And now we will meditate. Now, unlike other meditation videos, I will not play soothing music. Instead, we should be used to meditating either to silence or to whatever background noise we happen to have at this moment. Sometimes you have to meditate when it is very noisy, because you never know when you might need to use your mind at its full capacity. And that's another reason we meditate. So now I will begin the clock. I will time it for 5 minutes exactly. And I will give you something to focus on. I want you to repeat this mantra either in your mind or aloud. Just say this. Say, the Tao empower me. And keep repeating it. The Tao empower me. Now, if you find that other thoughts are intruding, if you're thinking about your naughty child or your relationship with your wife or husband or something challenging that happened at work, that's fine. But observe the thoughts. Do not get into the thoughts. Do not become consumed by those thoughts. Just think about it and let them pass. And here is an exercise, a mental exercise to help you. Imagine these thoughts are just passing clouds. And let's say we cannot focus on the Tao empower me, on that mantra. Let's say you're suddenly thinking about work. That's okay. But as soon as you catch yourself, forgive yourself. And then imagine those intrusive thoughts becoming like clouds. They disappear right away. You focus on the sky, on the area, the space between the clouds, and these intrusive clouds disappear, and we are back to focusing on our mantra. The Tao empower me. The Tao empower me. Sometimes we Taoists borrow from Buddhists, and they in turn also borrowed somewhat from Hinduism. And according to Vedic and Buddhist texts, the sound of the universe is Om. And I'm sure you've heard of this before. So if you don't want a particular mantra to focus on, you can focus on the sound of the universe. Om, Om, Om. As for me, I personally like to close my eyes and lie down, and then I focus on a particular mantra. I might use one of my favorite mantras, the Sutra of the Golden Light, and I would say something like, I would use the last 8 characters of the very long Golden Light Sutra. I would say 金光速现富户真人, and it means the golden light quickly appears, protecting the sage or saint or realized person. 真人 has several English translations. 金光速现富户真人, and I would keep repeating it in my mind for as long as I can. Usually 5 to 10 minutes is enough to revitalize your mind. 金光速现富户真人, 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 金光速现富户真人. The Tao empower me. The Tao empower me. The Tao empower me. Remember that we all have a spark of the divine consciousness within us. Thank you for joining me on this meditation. As usual, this has been your Master GongSun. Keep living in alignment with the Tao.